Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time around, it is part one of my Laserdisc collection. I haven't done one of these collection videos in a long time, and I honestly really enjoy making them. It's a fun way for me to unwind, and it's also a nice way to provide some content for you. And yeah, I'm just going to show some Laserdiscs, and hopefully you find it worthwhile. Now, for those of you who are like diehard Laserdisc collectors, um, some of the Laserdiscs I have here are not in the best shape. I got them used or like at a thrift store, or over the years, they've kind of not necessarily deteriorated, but some of the covers have definitely seen better days. So I'm just giving you a heads up on that, so you're not shocked and just taken for a loop when it comes to the quality of some of these covers. And at one point in my life, I had a larger collection. I still have a fair amount of them, but at one point I had a lot more. But I traded some of them with a dear friend of mine who's no longer with us, who passed, and I traded a good chunk of them to her for a ton of Fangoria magazines. And I've also sold some of my laser discs over the years because I was a little tight on cash, and I needed the money. So I sold some of the Friday the 13th ones that I had. I sold the Keep. So there are some that I no longer have, but I still have some, so I wanted to just show them off to you. So I'm going to start out with the Criterion Collection release of Halloween. Now, once again, keep in mind, folks, this I'm doing the best that I can with my lighting and my camera setup and everything. It's not the best, I understand that, but it's the best it's gonna get. So here we have the gatefold here that shows the sides and everything, a little bit of writing. Yeah, before Criterion was known for their Blu-rays and 4Ks like they are now, they were a Laserdisc company. A lot of people aren't quite aware of that. They started out doing Laserdiscs and making collectible special editions with features and stuff like that. Laserdisc is a format that is dated nowadays, but it's a format that has a lot of importance because without Laserdisc and the technology that was utilized to create it, we wouldn't have DVDs, we wouldn't have Blu-rays, we wouldn't have 4Ks. Laserdisc walked so all of these other formats could run. And got another horror collector's edition here. This one's from Image. This is The Howling. This is a widescreen collector's edition. This one, there's the back of it. Then this also has a gatefold that has like writing with the about Joe Dante, and then a little bit more artwork there. That's The Howling. Um, we have Steven Seagal in Above the Law. Think you're above the law? Well, you ain't above mine. Yeah, Above the Law, Steven Seagal, classic. It's a good one. Um, Here we have this battered, beaten up looking Laserdisc of A Hunt for October. One of my personal favorites, but yeah, this honestly looks like it's water damaged, which is funny because it's a movie that deals with submarines, and a lot of the film takes place underwater. Um, we got Charlton Heston in The Awakening. I believe this is a Japanese release. I think, yeah, Japanese release of this film. Film is so boring that you know it's a struggle just to stay awake. Inner Space, one of my all-time favorites. I love this movie. This film is a classic. It's a great movie. Love it. I grew up with it. It's one of those films that I'm nostalgic for, that I grew up with, but I think it still holds up really well. Um, Here's the unrated director's cut of Lawnmower Man. For some reason, this is not on the Blu-ray, if I remember correctly, or I don't even think it got an official DVD release. So one of the best ways to watch it is apparently through this Laserdisc, which is it's just kind of disappointing that they didn't put that cut on there. I could be wrong though. I might be having my facts mixed up, but I thought that was the case. Here's a film called Kidnapped with David Naughton and Barbara Crampton. Yeah, David Naughton from An American Werewolf in London and Barbara Crampton from Reanimator and other films. As far as I know, this is not available on DVD, and I don't even know if this one is streaming or not. So that's Kidnapped. Hey, look, Matt and I are matching. Yeah, I have. I also have the Laserdisc of Hard Target. Can't hunt what you can't kill. Yeah, I love Hard Target. It's great. Um, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna have this Creep Show, the most fun you'll ever have being scared. So this is the widescreen Laserdisc of Creep Show from Warner Brothers. So yeah, Creep Show Laserdisc, and then we have Child's Play. This one's kind of beaten up, not in the best of shape, but that's just kind of how it was when I got it. We have Incident at Deception Ridge, uh, made for cable movie. Another one that I don't believe is on Blu-ray or DVD or anything. Here we have Congo, where you are the endangered species. I've always liked this cover more than the one that they used for the Blu-ray. And I like this film. I think I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. I've always enjoyed Congo. It's a fun adventure movie. Oh, but it's not as good as the book. I don't even if I read the book, I still would enjoy the movie for what it is because I don't judge films based on whether or not they're one for one adaptations of the novel or they're as good as the novel or they're better or any of that. I judge films based on whether or not they're an entertaining solid film. I don't judge them based on the book. Here we have one of my favorites from my collection, actually. This is the Elite Entertainment edition of Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn. And this has a blood red Laserdisc, which I'll show you in just a second. So, yeah, this is Evil Dead 2, and this is really cool. So, the Laserdisc here is blood red. So, it's colored. It's got, it's actually a colored disc. I'm not going to take it out of the sleeve because that'll just but you get the point. You get what it is. It's red. So I think that's really cool. It's really unique. Yeah, Evil Dead 2 Blood Red edition. And for those of you who don't like hearing crinkly noises and stuff like that, I apologize. That's just kind of how it is with laser discs sometimes. And yeah, Evil Dead. Then we have Dance with Death. This fucking absurd cover. I look at this shit. How big is that gun? Yeah, Dance with Death. With Maxwell Caulfield and yeah, Martin Mull. Dance with Death. Road Racers with David Arquette and Salma Hayek. Which is directed by Robert Rodriguez. I believe it has a Blu-ray, but I got a good deal on the Laserdisc, so that's why I decided to get that. Here we have the Iron Triangle with Beau Bridges. I don't think this one is on DVD or Blu-ray either. Yeah, the Iron Triangle. I know this one for a fact isn't on DVD or Blu-ray, and it's one I honestly enjoy quite a bit. This is Ambition with Lou Diamond Phillips. I'm surprised this hasn't been released by somebody. It's got enough well-known names in terms of the cast. And this one, I think, yeah, this one's still unopened. I haven't opened this one yet. This is a brand new, unopened Laserdisc. Yes, it has Lou Diamond Phillips, Clancy Brown from Highlander. If I could speak, here we have 84 Charlie Mopic, a really underrated war film. Um, Another one, not on Blu-ray. Be nice to see that get a release. It has a DVD overseas, but definitely doesn't have a Blu-ray. Aha! Guilty pleasure of mine. One of my guiltiest pleasures: Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. Um, Not a great film, but it's an entertaining, like daffy, just weird movie with Sean Young and Tim Daly, where it's a gender bending twist on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Um, Sean Young's good in it, so I think Tim Daly does a really good job for what it is, and for what he's asked to do. And this is the only way you can see it in widescreen because it was never released in widescreen for some reason on DVD. It's only a full screen release. So yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. Excuse me, sorry. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark, the widescreen edition. Yeah, before the DVDs, like these were the best way to watch Raiders. This one has a gatefold as well, if I remember correctly. Yep, it does. There you go. So Raiders of the Lost Ark. We have RoboCop the series, the future of law enforcement. This Laserdisc, I think this is just the pilot. Yeah, this is just the pilot episode. Just put onto a disc. If I remember correctly. Could be the pilot episode. Yeah, it's a pilot. It's the pilot episode because it's like 90 minutes. So RoboCop the series, Laserdisc. Always with Richard Dreyfuss. Let's Get Harry. Another one that's not on DVD or Blu-ray, if I remember correctly. At least not in the U.S. Robert Duvall, Gary Busey, Glenn Frey, the singer. Rick Rossovich is also in it. Tom Wilson. And here's Child's Play 2. Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back. Here's a little underrated action movie with Richard Norton and Kathy Long. Got a lot of action in it. Fun flick. Under the Gun. Another one that I don't think is on Blu-ray. I don't even know if it even has a DVD. Here's Child's Play 3. Because yeah, of course I have Child's Play 3. I have the first two. Definitely wanted to get the third one. Child's Play 3. Scream. This is the director's cut, which if I remember correctly is only on Laserdisc. Or VHS. Waterworld. Deadly Possession. One called Cold Front. Martin Sheen. Beverly D'Angelo as well. Rooftops with Jason Gedrick. And Slaughterhouse 5. The letterbox widescreen release of RoboCop 2. This is the release that's a little harder to find. It's easier to find the release that isn't in widescreen, that was released around the time of, I think, the film's theatrical release, like in the early 90s or whatever. For some reason, my cat is having is flipping out. I don't get it. He's going crazy for laser discs. So here we have the Relic. Really like this film. This is a classic to me. Big fan of it. We have Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Deep Star 6. Leviathan. Or as Richard Crenna's character says, pronounces it in the film, Leviathan. Oh, here's the second copy of The Hunt for Red October, but this one is not in widescreen, I remember correctly. Sorry, my cat is being a pain. he's trying. He's just insane. He's going crazy for these laser discs. I'm not kidding. Here we have The Evil Dead. This is the Elite Entertainment release. I believe there is one that's like gold, but I don't have that one. I just have the regular colored Evil Dead release. Here's Superman the movie from Warner Home Video. And here is Superman 2. The adventure continues. Popcorn, buy a bag. Go home in a box. Courage Under Fire. Basket case. What's in the basket? And Day of the Dead. Special edition from Elite Entertainment. And then I have a handful of box sets. So might as well show this one next. This is the Elite Entertainment box set of Dawn of the Dead. This is the special collector's edition. It has the director's cut. This is from Anchor Bay. So it's got a bunch of extra features and stuff like that. Got this little bit of this like piece of paper with like liner notes and stuff like that. And remember quickly, I think that's it. There isn't anything extra in this except it just has the discs themselves in these sleeves. So that's the Dawn of the Dead director's cut from Elite Entertainment. Here we have the Sinbad collection. This has all of the Sinbad adventure films on Laserdisc. Aha. Phantasm. This is a signature series. It actually has autographs from Don Coscarelli and Angus Scrimm. And yeah, there's the back of it. And a little advertisement for what was a Laserdisc magazine called Laser Views. And then you have the Laserdisc itself. Just like it looks like this. Phantasm. And open it up. Got the line the gatefold here. Artwork and everything. And this one's really cool because it also has a soundtrack CD. Which I haven't opened yet. Apparently it's a gold CD too, so fancy. Phantasm. That's honestly one of my favorite sets that I have is the Phantasm set. Here we have the T2 Special Edition. This thing is a beast. Um, yeah, got this kind of leather kind of thing going on here. Faux leather, I think. And then it opens up like this. And then you have like that. Look at that. Look how that's fucking awesome. And look at that thing. And then you got that on the back. And then you got the discs themselves. This is a special edition. So we got disc 1, which has part of the movie. And then you have disc 2, which I believe, yeah, it has the rest of the film as well as some supplements, like some special features. And then, yeah, this disc 3 is just more of the special features. So just loaded with special features and kinds of goodies. There were like multiple different variants of this. Like there's different variants of this set that have a different colored case. Like there's one that I think is like gold. Yeah, there's one that's gold, and then there's another one that's a different color. So, but I got a good deal on this one a while back, and I just like the way this one looks better. I like the black of the with the silver. There we have the Rocky Horror Picture Show 20th Anniversary box set. And this one's another one, that opens up like a box, and it has some liner notes with artwork, pictures, and stuff like that. Some writing on the film. Also has like a prop list for your Rocky Horror showing. And then this one also has some other bonuses. It has this book called Creatures of the Night 2, or the Rocky Horror Show Experience. So it features like photos from a bunch of people doing their own Rocky Horror Picture Show screenings. And then this one also includes a soundtrack CD. So Laserdisc was doing, the whole deluxe edition box set stuff that you see from Vinegar Syndrome and other studios like Arrow Video. Laserdisc was doing that before that was even a thing. With these box sets that had a book and had a soundtrack CD and had all these other bonuses. And then one last one I got here is Jaws. This is the signature collection from Universal. And it's got another kind of booklet thing there. Opens up like this. Got the discs in this little holder there. These sleeves. You got the discs in these sleeves, and This is a this is a long movie, so there's like a ton of different discs. And then this one also comes with a book. It comes with a copy of Jaws, as well as the soundtrack. It comes with the score. So that's it for part one of my Laserdisc collection. Stay tuned for another installment in the future because I still have some more to show you. I think I have just like one more stack or bit of my collection to show you that'll probably be around the same length. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Despite the interruptions from my cat, who all of a sudden is now crazier about Laserdisc than I am. And until next time, I'll see you later. See ya.